And we are back. Sorry about that little pause there. We are semi live on YouTube. We are live on Google Plus, and we are live on Facebook Live. That did not come out as smoothly as I intended it to be.
There are too
Because
many lives in that. There are too many
yeah,
lives.
there's too many lives, and we all live. But yeah, we're trying to start doing this on Facebook Live too, since we can do that. So that's kind of cool. Um, But we are back for our review of night 2 of New Japan's G1 special in the US. If you haven't watched it and you wait in for Friday, spoilers. So, watch this later. Watch this later. You wait, because you don't want to be spoiled on stuff. But if you want to be spoiled on stuff, we'll spoil you. We will.
Yeah, Casey, you don't want to be spoiled on stuff like the winner before you even watch night one. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes, sometimes, shut up. But anyway, let's jump right into night 2. I thought night 2 was a little bit, I don't want to say not as good as night 1, but I definitely, for me, night 1 was better, even just a little slightly. It wasn't like a lot, but I felt like it was slightly better. But jumping right into it, we had a 6-man tag team match. We had Jushin Thunder Liger, Kushida, David Finlay versus Yoshitatsu and the Tempura Boys. Definitely a really good opening 6-man tag. I also got to see the Tempura Boys and David Finlay again, so that was cool for me. I don't know. I just didn't think this was quite as good of an opening match as night 1. I think, was it like a 10-man tag that opened night 1?
Yeah,
That was really good. This one was good. Like I said, I just don't think it was quite as good as that. But our winners were David Finlay, Kushida, and Jushin Thunder Liger. Again, a really good solid opening 6-man tag. DJ?
yeah, definitely really good. I think what really got me is I feel like we got to see more of David Finlay, which we had talked about last night, correct?
Yeah.
Um, and I think him getting the win and just being able to see him a little bit more, I think was a nice thing to see. Like I was excited because I mean, just him being Finley's son, like I was excited to see like what he could do just last night, and then coming back and him wrestling again tonight. I was just very interested, and I wanted to see more of him because I feel like I've seen everybody else, but I had never seen him before personally. I don't know about you, but I had never seen him before.
Yeah. And I like how it was more focused on the Tempura Boys and David Finlay. I mean, obviously, everybody knows Jushin Thunder Liger. We all know Yoshitatsu. Most people, if you watch New Japan, know Kushida. So we didn't need to see as much of them. It was good to see, the guys that you maybe not haven't seen as much. So I definitely like that. Moving on, we had an IWGP US Championship Tournament semi-final. I kept saying quarter-final last night. DJ didn't say nothing. He didn't say one thing. So I'm just going to keep doing it. Semi-final, we had Kenny Omega versus Jay Lethal. I love this match. Very smart of Omega to go right after Lethal's injured ribs. I definitely thought that was smart on him. But a good match. Even without spoilers, I feel like we knew Kenny Omega was gonna win. I just feel like Jay Lethal hasn't been in New Japan enough for them to give him a new title. I mean, he's good. Nothing taking anything away from his talent or anything. He just, as a performer, hasn't been in New Japan, as long as a Kenny Omega. I mean, he's definitely, a veteran, but it was smart that they had Kenny Omega kind of go over. And plus, I don't know if his ribs are really injured that much. But definitely a good match. Winner is Kenny Omega. DJ?
Yeah. Before I get into this match, I had to mention something about the New Japan World app. I don't know if you have the app. I didn't realize they had an app until I tried to do it on my phone because I was still I was cleaning my room, still trying to set my TV up and everything. So I was like, let me watch it on my phone first, and then I'll switch it over. So they need to fix this. The New Japan World app is an app on the Google Play Store. You open the app, and it sends you to the website. No, no, and I don't mean like within the app. No, it open you open it up. It opens up Google Chrome and goes to the NJPW world.com. I was like, really? I was like, seriously? I was like, for real though? Like, fix this. But I just thought that was funny. Like that freaking cracked me up a little bit. I love some of the transition in this match. The freaking transition into the figure four that Jay Lethal did. The lethal injection reversing to the backstabber, bruh. Oh, rip this man back. And the leapfrog reversing to the Blue Thunder Bomb. Huh? How though? I need to know how you do that though. Man, this match was great though. Like I was excited for this match. It was definitely a better showing from Jay Lethal than I saw last night. I like I said, I don't know who it was last night, but there was something off about that match last night. So, or I guess technically Friday if you watched it on on time or whatever. But there was like, bruh, I don't know what it was, man, but it was weird. But definitely, this was a good match, and I love the tournament. I always love the tournaments, especially in New Japan, and like in a special like this, because you get to see so much. The show is so long, but then the tournament matches are also long, but in a good way. Like they're always give them enough time to do everything, and it's also amazing that you can go 30 minutes in this match and then go back in the finals and go 30 minutes again, and then you had a match the night before. Like to me, that's always amazing because I feel like sometimes, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like sometimes with tournaments that we've seen, you know, the first round match might be a little short, and then the finals or the quarterfinals and the semifinals, might be a little bit longer. Than the finals is the longest one. But like it felt like in this particular tournament that like all the like as far as the tournament matches, they all felt like they were around about the same length.
Yeah. First, I just want to say thank you to DJ BL. He shared our audio broadcast. So thank you, DJ. That you the real MVP. Oh wait, no, that's never mind. I realized what it was. Nah, you a jobber. But moving on to another IWGP US Championship Tournament semifinal. We had Zack Sabre Jr. versus versus Tomohiro Ishii. It's not quite as good as Kata Ibushi. This match I was really excited for and interested in. Between and yes, I'm gonna say it again, the technical wizardry of Zack Sabre Jr. and the toughness and I'm a straight up kill you of Tomohiro Ishii. I was really curious because I felt like this could go either way. Zack mistakenly tried to go strike for strike with Ishii, which you don't, you don't do that. Nah, he'll kill you. Like I wasn't joking last night when I said he'll straight up kill you, because he'll straight up kill you. Zack did find an opening and was able to kind of bring some more of his submission work into the match, which I definitely liked. I like that, this match really did feel like it went back and forth with both men seeming to have control at different times. I was also very interested to see just how much punishment Ishii could take from Zach with his, submissions. I wanted to see, because kind of like we said on the discussion we just had the other night about the G1 special and the New Japan expansion into the US with our good friends, a couple marks. Go check them out. We were talking about how the selling is different from Japan to anywhere else really in the world, where I wanted to see how much Ishii would be able to take because they're conditioned to not sell, to take the punishment, to not show that this hurts. So I kind of wanted to have Zach put him in all these different submissions just to see how he would react. But this was definitely a really good match. Ishii did win, which makes sense after I thought about it, because out of all these guys, Zach is one of those guys who he is on, a couple different promotions, permanent roster, but he's one of those guys who doesn't specifically stay with one promotion.
I mean, he got like 8 belts. I mean, he ain't got but so much midsection to put any more belts.
Yeah, so I couldn't see him sticking with one promotion, and so it made sense that Ishii went over in this match. DJ, DJ, you got the thoughts and the words and the
apologies. You cut out just a little bit. I mean, luckily it was when you said Ishii.
The greatest of all time.
I still hate this man, but I'll be honest, he grew on me tonight. Because I feel like you can't have 2 matches that long and still be able to go and not freaking get winded and like be as big as he is. Like he's a big fella, and keep up and not be at least a little bit impressed. I still hate the man. I do. I'm gonna hate him for the rest of my life. He's terrible. He's horrible. But freaking, I love Zack Sabre coming out trying to freaking strike for strike with this man. Like, I don't even like Ishii, but I know he will kill you. I know he gonna like rip this man in like half. It was also crazy that the crowd was kind of against Zack Sabre. I almost said Zack Sabre. Zack Sabre. I'm not gonna be honest. Like, I had never seen this before personally. Like, I know Zack kind of comes off as a heel because he's cocky AF, but still, people say it's AF. I say AF. But I was like, what? Wait, huh? Are these boos? Nah, stop it. No. You know, Zack kind of adapting to the match. That's what I really like about Zack too. Like, and I like about New Japan in general. Like, he came out, striking, trying to play, typical cocky Zack, with a little bit of a different style, and then had to change it so he could take advantage, and he did a good job of it. Joint manipulation on the top turnbuckle, bruh. Yeah, yeah. This man come out with submissions I ain't never seen in my life or never even thought of. Like, I can't even comprehend him when I see him. That's how crazy this man is. Like I know Kyle O'Reilly can get you in the armbar and anything, like out of anything. But Zack can get you into like any submission ever. Like I could be sitting here right now. Zack ain't even anywhere near me. He probably still got me in a submission. This bruh. Freaking the thing that I really liked there, it was near the end when Zack locked in. I probably don't even know what it's called because he got some ridiculous submissions. He is he a true submission specialist, I feel like. He got more than that, just that one. This man locked in the submission, and Ishii was trying to grab the rope with his legs. Zack grabs this man's legs.
Yeah.
Bruh. That is like wrestling 101, man. Like bro. And then I was mad at Ishii at the end because he didn't sell. I was like, bruh, sell. Bruh. I'm so mad at you right now. I'm trying to give you props, but you ain't out here selling. You botching. You ain't still. Anyway, I I just this was a freaking good match. Like I enjoyed this match. I really freaking did. Like I really enjoyed this match. And Ishii was in it, so go figure. Still hate him though.
See that's what I don't understand. Why don't anybody else? First of all, there is a echo. Anyway. I don't. Why doesn't anyone else ever do what Zach does when they trying to get to the ropes with their legs? Just grab their leg. Like this man is a genius. I that like I feel like it's
this man a genius at common sense.
Like it's obvious now, but that's something I never thought of. Like of somebody just. I was like, oh yeah, okay. Oh, why didn't anybody ever do that? Why like. I don't. That props to you, Zach. Props to you for thinking of something that was completely obvious, but we never thought of. Moving on, we got a 10-man tag team match. I think this was on SmackDown. I'm pretty sure all these tag team matches. Get it? Anyway, we had Titan, Dragon Lee, Volador Jr., Jay White, and Juice Robinson versus Los Ingobernables de Japón. And again, I will give you the correct pronunciation. Los Ingobernables
Ingobernables what?
de Japón. But this match, I liked it, but it was so hard to follow. There was so many people everywhere. I was like, y'all need to slow down. And who's legal? Where he go now? Wait, no, stop. What? I almost had to watch it back again just to figure out where everybody was. Also, people really need to stop pulling Juice by the hair. I know I get that he has dreads, but y'all don't need to use that as a handle. Like I feel bad for the man. The best part of this match was Hiromu and Dragon Lee chopping the crap out of each other. I was like, ow, y'all need to stop. Like they was just going back and forth. Two guys that in this match that I really was impressed with, and just in general this weekend, were Jay White and Juice Robinson. I feel like, first of all, Juice, if you only watched him in NXT, you're probably not that impressed. I mean, he was good in NXT, but you definitely need to check him out in New Japan. And Jay White is really good. He's younger, but he definitely is one of the best right now that New Japan and Ring of Honor have. He's one of the guys that I definitely want to see involved in the U.S. expansion. I think he would be a good candidate to have in that. But our winners were Jay White, Juice Robinson, T10, Volador Jr., Dragon Lee, DJ.
Yeah, I thought this match was really good. Freaking, I love how, and I don't know how to say this. Los, I ain't got it spelled right. Mine is spelled Los Ingrenobles. So, same. But I love how they just don't use tags, and it's completely fine. It's no issue. There's no one like, hey, you didn't tag him in. Nope, they just do what they want. I like that. Also like Naito just walking away at the beginning of the match. He was just like, nope, I'm just gonna. You're not gonna hurt me. I'm just gonna walk away. I love Sonata's little dropkick reversal, little dropkick breakup, and I just like Los
Ingobernables de Japón.
That, yeah. I just love the entrance. Like I love it. Like I like how everybody got like some sort of mask, but it's not all the same, but it still makes sense. Like it's weird. But yeah, this is a good match. I liked it. I was excited. I did like Jay White in this match as well. Like I felt like Jay White really shined in this match. Wasn't he in the what was it called? What's their little Rising Stars little tournament they got? Ring of Honor. What's it called?
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I can't.
The
Yeah, that one. I can't think of the name right now.
we don't know their achievements and stuff. We're gonna get kicked off.
No, he was talking about New Japan. So we don't need to know the achievement for Ring of Honor. We don't need to know that. Nah. Moving on, we did a 6-man tag team match. The Gorillas of Destiny and that jobber Hangman Page. I hate him. I hate Hangman Page. Like DJ hates Ishii. I hate Hangman Page. I hate him so much. Versus War Machine and Michael Elgin. That might be the greatest team ever. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I love the Gorillas of Destiny, but War Machine and Michael Elgin, like, bruh. I liked Haku coming out with his sons, that WWE never mentioned back when he was Mexican. Bruh, I still don't understand how WWE tried to. Okay, but definitely like this match. I wanted God to win, but at the same time, I was just waiting for War Machine and Elgin to kill Page. I was waiting for it. I was like, just kill him. I hate this man. I hate this man so. But definitely a good match. DJ. Also, I
Bruh, I was definitely
hate him. He's the worst.
why you hate this man? He's the goat. I was so excited for this match though because my boy Hangman Page was in it, and it wasn't against Jay Lethal, so I could cheer for somebody. It was great. Freaking War Machine and Big Mike. I mean, War Machine and Big Mike. Like that's a big old tag team. Like that's a lot of people coming at, like that's a lot of pounds dropping on your flesh. Like, bruh, like I wouldn't want to face that tag team. I feel like I did feel like, and you said this last night. I feel like I saw it tonight, or whenever you during night 2. It's technically it's still tonight, night 2. We're talking about it. Anyway, I feel like Hanson was a little slow in this match.
Yeah.
Like he just feels slower. I don't know if he like got an injury or like, I don't know what's going on with Hanson, but he need to speed up a little bit.
Maybe his body is catching up to him, and his body realized that he that big, and his body's like, nah, bro, we ain't supposed to be that fast.
But I also like Haku coming out with his sons. That was pretty cool. I really like Gorillas of Destiny though. I do. I like them a lot.
I do too. I do. I do. They pretty good. They pretty good. Moving on, we got the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match for the titles, the belts, the straps, the belts for the pants that they ain't wearing. Get it? Because wrestlers compete for belts and don't wear pants. That's the joke. I mean, Young Bucks wear pants, but like they tight pants. They like real tight pants. Anyway, but I definitely like this match. We knew going into this match that it was going to be a great match, and we were not disappointed. One of this, I felt like it was one of those classic matches that the older generation is probably going to hate, with the nonstop action and exciting spots, and the super kick. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. Like,
bring back Carino, baby.
We need Carino. It's not a super kick party without Carino, just yelling super kick. It's just not the same. Definitely a good match. I also I always love how vocal the Young Bucks are during their matches. Especially with "You're gonna die." I'm like, bruh, but you don't gotta tell him he gonna die. He probably knows he's gonna die. Um, but I love definitely just a good match. The only negative with this match for me isn't even really a negative. I just and Brett, I love you, Beretta, but you just you're the least entertaining in this match for me. Like you got the Young Bucks who are entertaining. You got Rocky Romero who is just really entertaining, and then you got Beretta who's just kind of there. Like I love you. You a cool dude, but you need to get the excitement up so that I like you. I'm just saying. Um,
But
I,
you love him though. How you not like him if you love him?
I like him, but I don't love him. I like him. He could like I would hang out with him. I would go. I would get I would go to the bar with him. Have a beer. But that's about it. It sounds weird. Anyway, I love Jr. saying, if you're wondering the difference between a Scorpion Deathlock and a sharpshooter, nothing. I was like, bruh, yeah, yeah. Thank you for that, though. But yeah, definitely a good match, DJ.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was excited coming into it just because I really like Roppongi Vice, which I'm kind of sad about now. But I really like Roppongi Vice,
We'll get
and
to that.
and the Bucks of Youth. I was always excited for the Bucks of Youth. Um, I love the little freaking stalemate spot they did. That was freaking funny. Where they're all trying to get moves on each other. They're in the middle of the ring. They did like a 4-way drop kick, and everybody stood up, and I was like, yeah, independent wrestling. I just really liked it though. The ramp bomb. I don't know what to call this, but it was like a buckle bomb, but on the ramp, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
ow, no, no. I like that. Um, but this was just a good match. Like I knew it was going to be. I was excited for it coming in, and it didn't disappoint as usual.
Uh, so I was looking at all the peoples coming in, listening on the Facebook Live. What up, peoples? Um, they probably like in for a second and then leave because
They probably left after you said, "What up, people?"
hi, I'm old and I'm trying to be cool still, like the kids. Anyway, after the match, we got King Ricochet. I was so excited when King Ricochet come out. He takes out the Young Bucks and does his best Rock impression. I thought it was great. I did. For a second, I thought The Rock was in the ring. I did. For a second, I was like, whoa, where'd The Rock? No, wait, though, that's Ricochet. Also, he challenges the Young Bucks for the titles with his partner Taguchi, which I'm definitely excited for. Um, he takes a bit of a jab at a certain underground fighting company. I have no idea what company he's talking about. I don't know.
Remember when Lucha Underground was like the greatest thing ever?
I mean, it is the greatest thing ever until you wrestle there and then they don't let you leave. But after Ricochet leaves, Rocky Romero grabs a mic, talks about how they made a 5-year plan, and basically gives Beretta his blessing to move up to the heavyweight division, and says that he's finished. I hope that don't mean he retiring. Like, no. I mean, he did debut in 1997, so like he been in wrestling for a while. But no, no, don't go. I like you. Don't no. DJ, any thoughts? No.
Agreed. I was excited to see Ricochet. I actually didn't realize it was him, and then he started talking, and I really didn't realize it was him because I'd never heard him talk before. I was like, who this man though? Who he be? Because I had never actually heard Ricochet talk. Because obviously he wears a mask in Lucha Underground, and I only watched season one. I'm sorry, people. I only watched season one. So, and I don't know if he talked to, after that. I doubt it because luchadors don't talk. It's just something
I
you do.
don't know.
Well,
What are you talking
Kalisto
about?
said.
What do you
Kalisto said good lucha thing.
what
Uh,
what do you mean he would? I don't understand. He wrestles in a mask and what? I don't. I think he
yeah,
wrestles.
he wrestles in a mask. He actually mentioned it. At
I
the
don't. I think you're talking about the wrong person. I don't because
Oh yeah, Prince Puma. Yeah, they different. I forgot.
yeah, no,
Look similar, like they built similarly. So
yeah,
I was like, this got to be the same person.
I mean, and it's weird because they got the same tattoos and stuff, but nah, they completely different people. So, uh,
I think they might be like twins or something.
you probably I think that's what it is. So Ricochet, he was just mad that his twin brother having issues with. Okay, I get it now. I get it now.
True. I'm upset about Roppongi Vice. No, no, don't go, don't do it. Cause I really like Roppongi Vice. At first, I thought it was gonna be a heel turn. I was like, no, and then he said he was leaving. I was like, no, don't do it, Rocky, come back. And I'm curious to see how Trent Beretta's gonna do in the heavyweight division. Well, first off, he ain't really a heavyweight. I mean, he getting there with Ishii, he gonna be in trouble. like,
he gonna be straight up dead.
cause that's a big old man coming at you. I'm just saying. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited though. I want to see kind of what Beretta does on his own, but I'm gonna miss Roppongi Vice because I like their theme song too. It's a good song.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. We got moving on. We got Marty Skrull, or as DJ says, Marty the Squirrel.
Yeah.
Yujiro Takahashi,
Who?
Matt Fale, and Cody. He ain't got a last name. Also, Beretta doesn't have a first name, so I don't know where you got Trent from. Because
True. You're right.
versus Will Ospreay, or Willow Spree, as some people like to call him. The Briscoes and Okada. Um, I definitely like this match. I was very impressed with Mark's technical work starting off with this match. Mark Briscoe, he not known for his knowledge of the technical wrestling. He known for his redneck kung fu.
Yeah, more importantly, he did bring out the redneck kung fu out here. I saw it.
He did, but he not known for the technical stuff. And I was like, okay. I gave him a golf clap. I did. I love the Bullet Club constantly tagging each other in and out in the beginning of the match. That was great. Finally, the match started to get going again after quite a few shenanigans from the Bullet Club. I didn't even care who won this match. This was just a fun match to watch. Like, people get mad at matches like this where they just have fun and they goof around and stuff, but wrestling's supposed to be fun. Like, bruh, people take it too seriously. We said that the other night too. But like,
which match was the one where the referee got cheered?
I forgot which match that was.
I think it was the other Bullet Club match. That freaking thing was hilarious.
Yeah, because I think that was the one where like Marty Skrull got chopped and then he crawls over to the apron and hugs Cody. I was like, bruh. But yeah, it's just a fun match to watch, which I think we need more of. We need to enjoy wrestling, have fun with it. God, DJ.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's just a fun match. It was just funny. Bullet Club shenanigans are just funny in general, and it's always kind of like, what are they gonna do? Especially when you get the Young Bucks in there, and now with Marty Skrull, freaking him, and who was the other guy? Was it? I think it was freaking Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
When the squirrel's doing his little freaking flying thing, and freaking Mark Briscoe with the freaking crane. I was like, bro, I'm done. It was so freaking funny. And freaking his face, like freaking Mark Briscoe's face was freaking funny too. I also thought it was funny when JR was talking about how they switched places because they kind of switched hairdos a little bit. But yeah, this is just an enjoyable match. I laughed so much at this match, and freaking Marty Scurll got the coolest umbrella ever, so he got to bring it out during every match. Like it's gotta be in the match. It's part of it. It's a fact.
You know, you right, you right. But moving on to that IWGP Intercontinental
What
Champion.
you mean that IGWP, right? That's what Maggle said, So I thought it was right.
You know, that is something Michael would say. That IGWP. I think that's right though. I think the IGW. I can't even say it wrong. Like I can't be Michael. I can't do it. We had Billy Gunn. Yeah, that's right. You heard me right. Billy Gunn versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Very interesting match. Obviously, Billy had the size advantage, but neither one of these men had the age advantage because they both in the 40s and 50s, and bruh, they old F for wrestling standards. I'm just except. I mean, we got Terry Funk who's like 80 and like probably still doing death matches somewhere. I don't know. Good match though. Billy got his trunks pulled down a bit. Luckily, we didn't have to see any man ass. He had some nice, green underwear on. Surprisingly, I don't know if it was a coincidence that they was green and he was in a faction years ago. I don't. What was the name of that? I think it was like DX or something like that, and they had like the green. I don't know, but definitely a good match. I kind of figured Billy Gunn wasn't going to win the title. I don't think that would have made sense. But I definitely liked it. And a surprisingly, I shouldn't say surprisingly, but a show of respect from Billy Gunn after the match. Definitely a good match, though. DJ?
Yeah, I agree. For two old guys, in air quotes, like, wow. It's crazy that they're still going. I mean, I know Terry Funk's like you said, like freaking 80 or something. The freaking Boogie Woogie Man's still wrestling, and like, bruh, it's crazy, but
The
man,
Big Man debuted old.
it's kind of like Hogan. Like, I don't think Hogan ever had a full head of hair in his life. Like, bruh, he always had that big old ball. Anyway, I
watch Hogan matches from the 80s and he still looks old, and it's like, how? How do
right,
they do that?
right, but but I enjoyed this freaking match. It's amazing that these two are still going at the level that they're going, especially Billy Gunn, because I feel like it's been a while since I've seen a Billy Gunn match. Like, I mean, obviously Tanahashi's been doing it consistently for a while, but it's been a minute since I've seen a Billy Gunn match. And freaking, I love how in wrestling you get your trunks pulled down and you just leave them. You just don't like. It's like it didn't happen. Like that's always cracked me up about wrestling. Like, bruh, you get your trunks pulled down and like it's like they not down. Which I mean, luckily for Billy, he had the backup plan, but um, but yeah, this was just a good match. Freaking, I just enjoyed this match. I'm curious to see who's gonna win it off of Tanahashi though.
Yeah. It's gonna be me. I'm debuting next week. Gonna go in there, gonna probably die. Um, but anyway, moving on to the main event of the evening of night two, the 2 night spectacular special in the U.S. of the A's with the Japanese promotion. Spoiler: where a Canadian wins the U.S. title. That, if you really think about that, that is mind blowing and confusing. Anyway, We had Kenny Omega versus Tomohiro Ishii, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the Stone Pit Bull. I love this man. But this matchup did kind of kill the finals for me because I knew Kenny was going to win even before I knew Kenny won. Because out of these two, out of the two of them, he would be the best choice, I think. And like I said in the video last night, he would be the best to build up the title in the coming months before they officially start the U.S. territory. With his, obviously the fans know him, the fans love him. He has the personality to that you gravitate to. I love Ishii. He will never sell anything, and he'll straight up kill you. But he doesn't have the personality to build up that title. I don't know how much English he knows, and I don't know if he really comes to the States that much. So it kind of killed it for me because I knew Kenny was going to win even before the final, bell. But what is it? And I think we just died on anyway. Hopefully we're still on Facebook Live. My phone is like, temperature is too high, needs to cool down. We just too hot. That's what it is. We just too hot. Winner Kenny Omega. DJ, thoughts on the match?
Definitely a good match. This was again one of those where I was impressed by both men, simply because, like I said earlier, man, like to go 20-25 minutes early on in the show and then come back and do a 30, this is at least 30 minutes, a 30-minute match, and wrestle last night as well. Like it was just crazy to me. And they freaking, they let it all out. And that's what I love about New Japan too, is like, they always are, full throttle, but especially in these tournament matches where, where a new champion is going to be crowned or whatever, like they go, they definitely go all out, and, that will to win and everything. Freaking the table spot was ridiculous. Like, bruh, I was like, I know I hate Ishii, but still, don't kill the man. Like, I need somebody to hate, dang on it. But this match is just really freaking good. Like, I just really liked it. Also, like Kenny Omega's little post-match interview. I like that New Japan does those. Like, I haven't watched most of them, but I definitely wanted to watch that one. I wanted to watch the one from the night one too, but I like that. And it kind of raised a question that I have for Casey, I think.
Okay, I got an answer for you. What's the question?
It's funny because a lot of times I think as wrestling fans, like Americans to me are very inconsistent. Like because Kenny Omega brought up a point that the Intercontinental Championship hasn't always been as prestigious as it is now. It went through its struggles. The never open title, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
That he mentioned, struggled when it first got off the ground. But like, they kept going with it, and eventually it made it to where it needed to be. And I feel like from a fan base standpoint, why in American promotions can't like titles like the cruiserweight title right now, why can't it be better than what it is? Or like I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's a weird when I get it, that's booking more than anything, but I feel like sometimes it's the fans too. Like the fans, I feel like give up on things too quickly, even companies too quickly. Because I feel like it comes back to New Japan. New Japan had its struggles, but now it's back to where it definitely wanted to be. It's back to being number 2 or number 3 in the world, regardless. And I feel like you know we always talk about, we talk about Impact a lot on this channel, and now they went through the name change again. But why can't Impact go through its struggles and still come back? I feel like it's a fan base thing. fans are too inconsistent to stay with the company even when it's going rough and say eventually it'll come back. Kind of like New Japan did when they went through their rough stretch. Thoughts on that point, question, statement?
I think, first of all, starting off with the WWE thing and like the Cruiserweight Championship and their Intercontinental Championship, whatever, I think that majorly does boil down to, and we've said it so many times before, as fans, we think, oh, we know everything. But at the end of the day, when it boils down to it, if you tell us this title is important and you show us that you think that this title is important, then we're going to start to think that title is important and start to care about it. That's why, as much as I hate The Miz, he does that really good with the Intercontinental title. And when he has it, it does build it up. It's just the problem with WWE is they don't consistently do that. They don't consistently show how much these titles are important. They even it feels like to them they don't care about the titles. Look at, our Universal title, or our Universal Champion is a part-timer, and when's the last time we actually saw the title like defended? I think it was at Mania.
Still, I feel like if they're gonna give it to a part timer, he should promote it in some form or fashion, even if he's not on the show.
Like, and that's something that Miz does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as Impact, I think, I don't know what it is with the, like, I think fans just want to.
They want an alternative, but when an alternative comes and challenges and tries to set out the challenge, it doesn't make any sense.
And the thing with Impact too is, and we mentioned it again last night, there, where WWE is afraid to try new things, I give credit to Impact because they're not afraid to try new things, it feels like. With the broken mat thing, with the broken laurel thing, with all these crazy things. Yeah, some of them don't work, some of them do work, but the fact that they're willing to try, and I think sometimes fans see something crazy or stupid and they're like, oh, Impact doesn't know what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. No, they're trying new things. They're trying to see what works, because and another issue is there's just so much out there. Again, like we said on the video, you should just check out the video that we did on discussion on the U.S. territory. But there is, like, if you go on YouTube, if you go, you can watch so many different promotions with so many different, from Chikara to New Japan to, CZW. There's so many different kinds of wrestling that I think to be that big major company, you have to try new things.
Yeah.
You have, and
I got one more question for you.
I got one more answer for you.
I'm curious because I was thinking about this today because I kind of changed my mind. Last night I was very heavy on professional wrestling doesn't draw, just the wrestling aspect doesn't draw. And then after watching these two shows, not necessarily saying that I've changed my mind, but I've kind of altered it a little bit because I feel like it's the indies, and especially the mainstream indies that are true to themselves. More so, I feel like New Japan, just because it is so big in Japan.
Yeah.
I feel like there is drawing potential in New Japan, just because it reminds me a lot of when I hear people talk about the glory days in the 80s and the 70s, whatever. It reminds me a lot of that. The in-ring product is probably the best in the world, period. And you have a more athletic roster. You have, there's more pros than cons when it comes to in-ring, and the storylines are simplistic, which is similar to what I feel like the 80s were. Like, I feel like, the 80s, before we got into the Attitude Era and everything got kind of, wild and outlandish, it was more about, I can beat you, you can't beat me. And the thing about New Japan, two is it brings it back to kind of those original wrestling roots. I feel like, and I'm curious to hear your opinion on that too. I feel like it brings it back to the original wrestling roots where it's more about I can beat you, I can beat you, you can't beat me. I'm tougher than you. I'm the best in the world. And why am I the best in the world? Because I'll go and I'll freaking defend this title in the US. I'll go and I'll defend this title everywhere. I'll defend this title in every independent promotion, whatever. I'll challenge anyone, as Kenny Omega said in his little interview afterwards. So like, in your opinion, I'm wondering like how you feel about that in general, and do you feel like there is a little bit more drawing potential because it's a little bit more old school than I think even people would think of. Now, obviously, fans got to get used to it a little bit, but still.
I think, I would agree with that. But not only is it, have that old school feel like that, but the thing about New Japan is they only, to wrestle for New Japan, you have to be one of the best. They're not just going to pick this guy because he has a good physique or this guy because he has a good personality. You have to be good in the ring. You have to be one of the best. That's why they have such a good roster. If you look at their roster, there's not, they don't have any bad wrestlers. Yeah, there's wrestlers that you might not like Ishii, DJ doesn't like,
Hate
but
that man.
there's still New Japan brings the best, and that's why there's so many those stories about the New Japan dojo being so tough, because they want the best. They want the best product, and that's the issue with I think with Vince McMahon's WWE anyway. I'll say because we've seen so many guys that just make it to the main roster because they have a good physique, or just make it to the main roster because they have a good personality, but they can't wrestle for crap. I'm not going to mention anybody because even we've had debates about like Roman Reigns. We think he could get better, but the main reason he was put into the main event picture boils down to Vince likes his physique. That's what it is. He wasn't ready at the time. Not to say that he won't be ready at one point, but again, New Japan only takes the best. So I think eventually fans are going to see that, and it is going to take time for them to, adjust to the difference in just wrestling in general. Because, like you said, it's not as storyline based. There are storylines, but it's not, there's not 15-minute promos and stupid backstage segments that don't need to be there, and they don't even have really backstage segments except for like the post match like interviews and stuff, or press stuff like that, which I do like, kind of the interviews after the matches and stuff like that. But yeah, this is probably just a video we should have a discussion on in general, all these things. But yeah, it does definitely have that kind of old school, just straight wrestling, which I don't know why Rabbit doesn't watch this, because that's what he wants.
Okay.
That's what Rabbit wants to watch. Rabbit needs to watch New Japan. That's what
I would be curious to see what he would think of a New Japan show.
they botching. They ain't selling.
They not telling a story in.
Yeah, they are. I can hit you harder. That's a story. That's a story right there. Anyway, that was our review of night 2 of the G1 special in the US. Good show, definitely. We'll probably have some more discussions just about the differences in New Japan to WWE to whatever, and whatever. We're trying to get more discussion videos out because I think we like that. We like those, and we can get the guys from a couple marks on again. I definitely liked talking with Cameron the other night. He seems very knowledgeable, which is cool. We will have our predictions of, I can't believe I'm saying this, Great Balls of Fire coming up. They're still going with that. They're still we'll have our predictions for Great Balls of Fire. I can't say it seriously. I can't. We're gonna have the predictions coming up. And then tomorrow we have our TNA Impact Global Force Wrestle Fest thing. I don't know what they're calling it. I'm curious to see that first show after Slammiversary to see kind of what changes. You know, if there are any major changes. Obviously, the name, but I'm just curious to see. You know, the first Impact after the big change. So that's going to be exciting. I think that's it. Eventually, we're going to do that Dixie Carter discussion video at some point. And we're still trying to find a day to do six packs again. They coming. They are. They're coming. They We'll see you on the flippity dippity as usual. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast, and we will see you on the flippity dippity. And don't forget to don't forget to check out Los Ingobernables de Japón or Las Ingobernables de Japón with Zack Sabre Jr. and Kata Ibushi. They should really add them into that. I think they should. Then I can say all my favorite things in one sentence. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you on the flippity dippity. Bye.